So, recently I found out that Gacha was on the news. Isn't that interesting? And I came here to talk about where I stand on the matter and what my opinions are on this topic. So, I've been watching Gacha content since I was 9, and I can confirm that there are a few things that I think parents should be aware of. For me, honestly, I really don't care about the matter, but I'm just saying, because I want to sympathize with every party. I want to sympathize with the fans of Gacha, the Gacha creators themselves, and also the parents of the children who indulge in the content. Through the fans' perspective and my perspective, it's silly. It shouldn't be this big of a deal. They really should have done all of this back when bronies made cupcakes and Rainbow Factory and all that creepy stuff. They really should have done all of that by then, but I guess they're just policing it because they let all that slip through the cracks and they're not trying to have it happen again. Through the creator's perspective, they don't create the content with the intent of children in mind. They don't go, oh wait, kids are gonna see this, I gotta take this part out. No one does that thinking kids are going to see it. Because we know kids are going to see it, but we're not gonna change. If we have an idea and it's not really on the kid's side, we're gonna go with it because we're not necessarily expecting a huge surge of kids to watch it. But there's gonna be a huge surge of kids watching it, and I say that it's the parents' job to monitor what those kids are watching, because we just deliver the content to people in our age group. We don't really do these things, again, with the intent of children in mind. And if children do see it and they do pick up on it, what are we supposed to do about that? It's we give the warnings, we put the age range in the title, and children just want to watch it because they want to watch it. And it's not necessarily our fault that your kids are indulging in it. If anything, it's the parents who need to watch their children. Don't give them an iPad earlier. Don't give them an iPad at an early age. That's the problem with parents. I understand you're tired, you're at work and stuff, you're busy, and you want your children to be quiet, so you put an iPad in front of their face. But if you're going to do that, have a healthy balance. The reason why most kids do the things that they do and see the things that they see is because of unrestricted internet access. That is how I found out about Rainbow Factory and cupcakes and DDLC. All of these things. Now, even though they were hilarious and they made up my entire YouTube journey, they were a huge part of my, I was gonna say childhood, but not necessarily childhood, more of my babyhood, I guess. My youngerhood, I'll say my youngerhood. That was all part of my youngerhood. So I can't really live that down. And I love going through YouTube and finding all the videos I used to watch and either getting horrified of what I used to watch or loving it and feeling a breath of fresh air when I watch it. Cupcakes, I do not like rewatching it. It's horrifying. I would not recommend it to any of my younger viewers. It is not safe for y'all to look at. But again, it's up to you, the parents, to put a balance as to what your children is watching and how much time they spend on their devices. Because 6-year-old Timmy will be on the iPad for 1,000 hours a day, just indulging in whatever Gacha content he can find, and now all of a sudden he wants to. I love when parents say that if you watch a certain thing, you're gonna end up doing the thing. For example, if you even playing video games, if you play a shooting game, the kid will end up shooting. I mean, in some cases, yeah, that happens. Some other cases, that's ridiculous. It depends on how you raise a child and how you set up the boundaries. You're the parent. You're the person who is helping. You're the person who is raising this baby. Children are empty chalkboards. They will take in any information that they have. They're sponges. They absorb it. They're absorbent and yellow and porous. I did not just do that, but I did. And whatever they see, they will see, and they will not forget it. I'll tell you that from experience. They'll see it, they'll never forget it. Ever. So I wish this was scripted. Yeah, I do. But again, like, it's the parents' job to see what their children are watching. And when I sympathize with the parents, because there are some things that children look at and I don't think that they should see. Like the Gacha compilations. They have trends filled with, am I even allowed to say these on YouTube? I'm just gonna say, abuse. You know, why am I gonna substitute the word? There are Gacha trends filled with very heavy topics surrounding, like, bad stuff. And yeah, I wouldn't want my future children looking at that either. Like, I would be a little disturbed. And that's the thing, unrestricted internet access. You are the parent. You set out the rules and guidelines. Instead of giving little Felicia a Stanley Cup at like 4 years old and letting her drive a Tesla, please take her to school and let her learn her ABCs first. Don't get her an iPad till she's like 8 or like 6 even, to where you can monitor things and she can control. She'll be at the very least mature enough to work it. Because I do not like when parents give their children like devices at such an early age. It's not safe to do. They are not responsible to keep up with it. And if you're going to do that, don't let them watch YouTube. Don't even let them watch YouTube Kids. I wouldn't trust it. Like, let them play, like, I don't know, Smarty Ants, if any of y'all remember that game. Like, let them play Smarty Ants. Let them play those Scout games, you know, Scout the dog. Like, let them play something that is made for them instead of giving them, like, internet access. Like, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. They can't understand it. They're not old enough to maintain it. So, in order for your children to be safe of whatever dangerous, I put that in quotation marks, dangerous content that they're seeing, just don't let them watch YouTube. It's really that simple. You're the parent. You decide what's appropriate for your kids, and you do whatever you can to make sure they don't see whatever you're trying to not let them see. Like, it's simple, and I get that some parents can't do that. But at the very least, you can try, and just don't give them an iPad at all if it's really that hard. Just don't give them a device until they're old enough to maintain themselves. So, I mean, that's really all I have to truly say about it. Like, I think it's funny when they say that the catchy soundtrack. I'm sorry, catchy soundtrack. I'm sorry, I can't. The catchy soundtrack caught me off guard. I'm like, catchy soundtrack? You're killing me. Okay, that was... I love when news reporters, they say the most weirdest things, and you can't help but laugh. Like it's a serious topic. But when they say stuff like catchy soundtrack, you can't help but go, what? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Seriously, watch your children. And all the Gacha tubers can really do is just post post their content. And if children see it, oh well. I mean, I don't really know what to do. Like, I know children watch my stuff. What do I do? Like, what do I do? For me, my target audience would have to be people at the very least my age, or maybe even 9-year-olds. Maybe not 9-year-olds. I would say, like, if you're old enough to own a phone and do your taxes, not really your taxes, but you can do your taxes and watch my content, I don't mind. But, like, if you're old enough to own a phone and say your ABCs, no, not that. Oh my gosh. Let me just leave it at, if you're old enough to own a phone, you can watch my content. Hi, welcome all of you. Okay? Just... this is ridiculous, because I literally just said stuff about toddlers owning phones and driving Teslas. Okay, I really need to set a bar for how old you need to be, but, you know, for now, hi, all of you. I really hope there are no 5-year-olds watching this right now, because you guys need to go to bed, or you guys need to go do your homework or something of the sort, because I cannot be here to babysit you. We creators do not babysit your children. And I sympathize, I get it. It's hard being a parent, and you don't want your kids seeing all that, and that's okay. But set the bar, have a balance. Because it's only going to get worse from now if you don't do the things necessary. Children are chalkboards, they're sponges. They will soak up and contain everything that they see or do or hear from other kids and parents. That's how kids end up cursing at such a young age. Whenever their parents stubs their toe and go, fudge. They go, fudge. Like, it's no surprise. It's really not. It's a simple solution. Strange conflict. Don't really know what else to say. Me personally, I think it's funny, but also I understand where the parents are coming from. And yeah, watch your kids. At the end of the day, children are going to see it regardless. We can't do anything about it, so it's you, the parent, responsibility to look after your kids, indulge in their internet life, and see exactly what it is you're doing, at what time, what place, because you know they're definitely going to need the guidance, especially if they're younger than the age, I don't know, especially if they're younger. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. I love y'all. Stay safe out there because the internet is a strange place, and I do not want y'all looking at weird things that have nothing to do with you. So I love you guys. I appreciate y'all being here and listening to me rant about this because why not? And I will see you in the next Welcome Home episode or in the next video in general or community post. Doesn't matter. Anyways, adios vecinos.